Hi guys, this is the next episode of the TFS Talks. It is me again, Greg Lloyd, and today we're joined by Bryd and Fairgrieve from Tranent Amateurs. So, welcome, Bryd. How are we doing?
No bad, no bad.
Good man. So, basically, you've been in contact with the page quite a lot since I've started. What was your initial thoughts when you first came across us?
It's a good. I think it's brilliant. It's if you need anybody looking for players, it's there for everybody to see. Everybody can go, just contact you, then you get in contact with you. And if players are there, you can get your numbers, phone them. It's perfect. Like the last few wee whiles just after Christmas, we were struggling for players a bit, and you had put players up on your page, and I contacted you about it, and then you've got in contact with me a couple of times asking if I needed players, and it's been perfect.
It's good to hear, mate. So, just a little bit about yourself then. So, you're at Tranent now. So, what is it you do there?
Well, I'm the manager coach at Tranent now. There's me and Hamish Colgan's there as well. Media actually started them back up about 7 years ago. Started amateurs back up, and I went in and gave them my hand with it, and it's just kicked on ever since then.
So, have you won any trophies then, or that? Just asking, because I know you're in the Premier now. Was it much of a journey to get there from restarting or not?
Well, we had to start right for the bottom league.
Aye.
Right for the bottom. We just ever since then, every year we missed out the first year, the promotion. We missed out the first year. Then after that, we just got promoted every year.
That's brilliant, mate.
Yeah. And then we won 2 years ago. We won our first. No, it was last year. We won our first trophy in the Miller Cup. We beat Carluke in the final. That was the first cup we won. So it's been a long journey, but it's just kicking on now. Hopefully we can keep kicking on and kicking on.
It's good to hear. I see actually Carluke are starting their team up again actually for the coming season. I don't know what league they're going to be playing in, but I've noticed they're starting their Saturday team up again. So, it's good to see that.
They're doing league reconstructions again, so they can put league. Everybody's got to be in. Well, they've put options out, but with this happening again, you reckon if teams have got to fold or teams have got to start up or what? You know what I mean?
If there's anything you could think that would make it easier for the teams or the players at all to play Saturday amateurs in the Leafer region, what would it be what would you think anyway?
For the leagues now to stop or what?
For after the lockdown, anything you'd suggest?
I think we should just cancel the leagues now. Like I think you should just cancel it. And whatever there's cup games still left. So you've got at the start of every season, at pre-season, they usually do a
summer
tournament with the champions, like the champions of the cups, they all play each other. Instead of that, you can just put all the cups in that together, and just finish them off as a pre-season tournament. The cups, you know what I mean? Instead of doing the Champions Cup, just finish all the cups off.
It's not a bad shout. Keeps the boys fit as well for coming back for the actual league season restart and whenever that will be.
And at least you've got something to play for. Instead of sometimes you go into pre-season games and it's just like folk going to them thinking, it's just a kick about, this is their first game back and all that, and just try to get into it. But at least you're going into it and you're actually playing for something, and there'll be high tempo games instead of just lounging about in a game. You know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. So at Tranent, you obviously had a wee bit of success then, you're saying, and you're in the Premier. Like, where do you see the future? Do you think if the leagues are reconstructed, you'll see yourselves in the Premier, or?
Well, there's two options. We're still in the Premier, so hopefully we'll still be in the Premier, because now I see us as a Premier team.
Well, you've certainly established yourselves. You've had a few good results over the last few years, anyway.
It's just try, as I say to you, try to get boys in, and that it's quite hard for teams like Tranent and Caitland and Ormiston and all this to now right to try and get boys in, because you're basically looking at a local area. But see, in Edinburgh, you've got all these Edinburgh teams that boys are willing to go to, but nobody's really got to travel down to Tranent and Caitland and all that. You know what I mean?
Do you think there's maybe a way? Do you think there's maybe a way that you could incensitise it at all for maybe clubs like yourselves who are a wee bit further outlying to try and get some players in at all?
I think, well, as we spoke about before, that we could, you've got our boys can go and play East Scotland, no bother on a Saturday if they're needing players. You know what I mean? And if we've got 3 weeks of that, they can go and play East Scotland. But there's boys in East Scotland that they're sitting doing nothing, can sit on a bench doing nothing, playing for teams. And if we could loan them out, and if we could get them on loan, it gives us options to go and get boys for teams that aren't playing or anything like that, and it gives them minutes on the park. You know what I mean?
I have to agree with you 100%. You're spot on what you're saying about the boys sitting on the bench, because I just from the levels I've played, a lot of the people that are playing juniors or not playing juniors, I don't think they realise, or the East of Scotland, they maybe don't realise that some of the top amateur teams, like in the Leafer region anyway, like yourselves, are actually really quite good teams, and it's not really much of a drop in standard. You know, obviously you've got a few big clubs in the semi-professional areas that are paying a lot of money, but in regards to some of the sort of lesser payers of money, I know money's sadly what it all goes by in football. You know, the bigger the town, the bigger the fans, bigger the money. But you know, the standard of the Premier and Leafas anyway, it's not a bad standard at all. You know, you've got your likes of yourselves, you've got Sandys, Tollcross, you know, a few teams outside the Premier as well.
Aye, like you say, you've got teams like your Lorry Thistles are a decent team. You've got New Craig Collier, got decent players. Tranent, Tollcross, Sandys. These teams could beat East of Scotland teams. No bother. Like your Tweedmouth and teams like this can beat them. No bother.
Well, it's one of the things, you know. At the end of the day, it's a lot. I wouldn't want to disrespect any of the East of Scotland teams by saying what I'm saying, because I think that, you know what, it's important where they are in the pyramid, and I think they're doing a great job with East of Scotland just now in regards to where it's going. But a few of these amateur teams are better than what they say, and if I know pre-season results aren't much to look on, but the pre-season results quite often favour the amateur teams, you know. And I'm not trying to big anyone up, but you know, if a lot of the players you have probably played East of Scotland or junior football, I would expect, and you know, a lot of the people in my amateur team certainly have, and you'll find that right throughout a lot of the top amateur teams.
Right through. You'll have a few. There's a few boys that plays for Sandys. They've all played East of Scotland. Tollcross, some of them have played. Some boys in my team have played East of Scotland. But some of them didn't want to step up to East of Scotland. They just want to go and play with their pals and all that. You know what I mean?
You can't really blame people for that, but you know, it doesn't really help the pyramid anyway. You know.
No. But as I say, would they not gain option of loaning boys that are sitting doing nothing on a bench for, like, say, the teams like Arniston and all that, or Tweedmouth for that, boys are sitting on the bench and they're not playing, and maybe they want to get minutes, but they can't because they're not playing there. But they could go and right, I want to go and loan to like Sandys or your Tollcross or Tranent or whatever. It gives you an option, eh?
Definitely. I've noticed whenever I've played some of the top amateur teams, like you know, my team played Lauriston Thistle at the start of the season. Now I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's backside, but Lauriston are a very decent team, mate. You know, they done all right in the Scottish, and a lot of their players wouldn't be out of place in the East of Scotland League. So I think hopefully, like, this kind of opens eyes up to maybe some of the younger players who maybe are at an East of Scotland team. You know, it's not bad to come and play amateur for maybe a year or two, toughen yourselves up, and maybe then go back and play senior semi-professional football maybe when you're a bit more equipped for it. Because at the end of the day, to get better, you need to play. You know, it doesn't matter how much you train. Playing is where you learn the most. I agree with what you're saying. If there was an option for them to come and develop at a club like you, that'd be brilliant. I see that Leaf Athletic, is it Leaf are starting a new amateur team again?
Leaf are starting a new amateur team. I think it's just basically boys that are gone into the first team, but they were the 21s is stopped, I think, so I think it's
Definitely.
just basically going into the amateurs league,
I've got to say that's brilliant to see. Do you quite welcome that?
Oh, aye, that gives you better options and playing teams that you've got to be playing, and kind of lets everybody play football,
That's it,
Just
mate.
anything that betters the game,
So the same. You've got Musselburgh Windsor have got an amateur team now because their youth teams have done well for years, and they're now their youth teams involved with the seniors. So it's like if you can get that pathway there between the youth and the seniors and the amateurs, it's better for everybody, mate. There's too much fuss about it and just not enough. Just like let them play, sort of thing,
Aye. That's what it should. Well, part of it is you go on about that pyramid scheme, but as part of that, you're meant to have like teams like get Tranent and Musselburgh and all that. You're meant to have a pathway right through. So you've got your kids playing football, and then they go up to the like 21s, and then 21s you've got some of them can go into the first team. If they do make it in the first team, they can drop into the amateurs. So you've got an option right through for the Bairns football right to the top in the Premier League or into the amateur league.
Of course,
And
mate.
these options right through.
Having the amateur teams like Leaf, like what you're saying, and it's obviously you guys are a wee bit harder because of where you are, but like see what they should do if they've got the youth teams. If I don't know if they've got a Tranent youth team at all, they might do. But see for the ones that maybe don't make it to the first team, they should still be encouraged to go and play for the amateurs, mate. Because it's it's playing for your local team. It's a good experience. You learn not just football, but you'll learn life lessons as well. You know what I mean? You'll understand the people that work at the club and the work they put into it as you get older.
Aye.
I think that
we're in the Tranent Colts, and they've got loads of Bairns right all the way up. But I think they stop it under. I think they stop it under 18s or under 19s or strong. I'm not very sure. They've not got a 21s team, I think Tranent Juniors were trying to start a 21s team, but
they had an under 20s team, I'm sure, at the start of the season, but it folded.
2 years ago, I think it was. It was when was it a couple of years ago the East of Scotland started.
The first East of Scotland season, I remember.
They had a 20s team, but I can't mind if they folded or if they got chucked out of the league. It was one of the two anyway. I'm
not sure, mate, but it's a shame to see they don't, because the under 20s league's a lot higher standard than people give it credit for. I know. Well, when I played under 20s, I won't say I played for that, but we played some of the teams in the Leaf Prem, and we were beating them. So that's just standard. It's that. And I know people who play for under 20s now have beaten teams in that Leaf Premiership, like the top teams. And there's not really a pathway for them to go if they don't quite cut it for the first team. So they should definitely have the option to go to the amateurs. That's where I'm trying to step in, with that exit trial thing that I'm trying to organise. So it'd be the case of you're talking about your Tranent Colts. Well, see if they've got under 19s and they're too old, they'll go to this game. The likes of yourselves, your Penn Caitlin's, your other clubs that are just lying a wee bit further out, they can come and watch and say they like a player. And then it's up to that player to say, you know what, that interests me, I'll maybe go along and look. So I think that there's a lack of options anyway.
Because there's a lot of folk once they hit that age and they get told basically there's nothing bigger for you. You're not stepping up to the first team. They just think, I'm done. They get up. Some of them
it can either go two ways,
Aye.
See, some of them people work harder.
Better some of them just want to
just chuck it. Aye. It depends though, because a lot of the time it can be the coach that makes the player too. I was lucky with my coaches coming up the way that I had accommodating coaches that helped, but I don't think everybody is that way. I think boys football that I played anyway, I played for a few winning teams, but I played for a few teams that got gubbed, and generally what would happen is, see the teams that you got gubbed with, their coaches will always look after you. And I'm no slating them. The teams you won with, or the teams folded, that's it. Nothing else said. No, good luck with a new club. Do you need a hand or that? It was just, that was it. I'm no slating them. I'm no naming anything, but I played for a team with about 15, 16 games unbeaten, and because we didn't win the league, we folded. I was just like, all right, that'll be that then. But it's, I'm not having a go at MD, but I think having the chance to have more options, so it's not just like an abrupt end, because that would have been the last time some of the people I played with in that team kicked a ball.
Aye. Just because it's, as you say, you need a stepping step right through. Then you need it right for the bottom, all the way right through, even into the amateurs. It would be better for the whole game altogether.
Definitely, mate. The better the amateurs, the better the standards above it, mate. That's it.
Exactly.
See what people don't realise is if you do well at an amateur team, a bigger club will come in for you.
Aye, definitely.
I think the term amateur puts people off and they don't actually realise it's still a good level of football, especially on a Saturday.
Aye, because the Premier League in that is that we play in, it's good standard of football. Every week you're playing it doesn't matter where you're playing. If you're playing Sandays or the Toll Crosses or like Edinburgh South Vicks, you're all sort of on par with each other a wee bit. Some teams are maybe a wee step ahead, or some teams are a wee step below, but there's never hardly any big pumpings, you know what I mean? Sometimes there is, now and again there is, but now and again there's always a game, you're always close games, eh?
Definitely. So, see, talking about team finder and that, at Tranent, do you see yourselves coming along to this exit trial we'll be organising after the lockdown?
Aye, it'd be, why no, eh? If you've got to pick out boys that they're getting dropped for other teams, why not go along and see what you can get, eh?
Definitely. If you're a young guy or a player listening to this, and you know what would you say to them if they maybe are getting told they're not good enough for one team? What would your advice be to them?
Just go along and keep playing, eh? When I was younger, I went to the game when I was 25 or something with a dodgy knee and all that, and it was stupid wee laddie when I stopped playing football, and didn't let that happen to anybody else. I wouldn't do what I done. I was just a stupid laddie, went beving and all that all the time after I stopped. Didn't just keep playing football. I've said to my wee man, I say keep playing football as long as you can, because you see now we've not had football for what, 4 weeks.
I know, mate. It's a long time.
Demented. So you're a long time stopped playing football. So just play it as long as you can.
Definitely. So what about yourself playing football then? Is there anything you'd like to share about that?
Me playing football? Well, I've played football, been in the game for 37 now, so 31 year. And I've played right through. It was all different from when I was younger. Now to now, it's completely different. We were boys club. You were straight into 11 aside for 6-year-old playing 11 aside in the big goals, big parks.
Do you think that toughens you up at all? Do you think that was better then than it is now, or do you think it's better now?
I think it will. You can into the game straight away. For there now, my wee man, he's 10, 11-year-old now, and he goes into 11 asides in the summer. And watching him step up for when he played when he started, it was 4 asides, and then he went 5s and 7s, and then he played 9s the last couple of years. Then he goes into 11 asides, and you notice the difference for when I was younger to playing 11 aside to them playing now, because we sort of can't straight away how to keep your shape in 11 aside and how to play into 11 aside, but watching them having to try to develop all the way up, you can notice the difference. Like,
well, definitely, mate. I'm still learning myself, obviously playing football, but there is a lot of players that you'll play with, and you know they'll probably be older than me, and I'm only 21, and they won't actually understand how to play a disciplined game of football. You know, keep your shape, or you know, take a foul. And I'm not saying that you should be fouling people, but I think the street-wide side of the game's kind of coming out of it. You know, it's a shame. You see more, well, from my experience, you see a lot more young people kicking out in frustration rather than just being about 2 minutes sharper and, you know, just taking a foul or getting at the ball, you know. I think
it's in your head, eh? Football, you play it with your feet, but you have to have it in your head as well, eh? Some of them just go and play. Some of them there's players that have amazing ability with their feet, amazing ability, but they've just not got a football brain. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's folk that
I've seen
can't
it
date with
before,
their feet.
mate.
There's boys that can't date with their feet, but they've got a great football brain. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
I'd like to say I'm not, because I can't do anything with my feet, but you know, you're absolutely spot on there. It's very mentality based now, and I've focused a wee bit on mental health with my sort of podcast recently, and you know, with the page, and I'm always kind of trying to be there as a wee beacon for people if they need a bit of support in that. Do you find there's any mental health aspects in your team anyway? Do you ever feel like it's something that's talked about or should be talked about more, or you know, like?
Nah, you need. Well, in our team, I think you need a thick skin anyway, because if you get slad, you get slad. Know what I mean? But
Oh, definitely. I think that's healthy in the dressing room, though. I think that you need that banter.
But there's boys that thing is where they're kind of for you, but you know, you ken boys that can take it, and you ken boys that can't, and
That's it, mate.
everything nowadays is mental health. Eh? Like
Yeah,
I say,
100%.
my missus, when I go and watch a wee man play football, if he makes a mistake, I'll kind of they scream at him, but we'll say, "Didn't do that," or something like that. Nowadays, when I was younger, if you made a mistake, you got pelters. Your coach shouted at you, and you can't not do it again.
Aye.
But nowadays, if the Bairns make a mistake, it's well done, unlucky, well done, and you're like, you think to yourself, maybe it's just in my head, because if I'd done that when I was younger, I got pelters.
I agree with what you're saying there. I wouldn't say you should be giving pelters to kids, but at the same time, I don't think they should be getting brought up, getting taught things that aren't good or good, because I think that's just
that's what I'm
defeats the purpose of having values. You know.
I'm not saying scream at them or anything like that,
but yeah,
there's no point telling them well done for mistakes they're making.
No, 100%. I would say commend somebody for trying, but if it's not good, you can't just say, "Oh, you're brilliant," because they won't get anywhere, mate. You're spot on with that.
Aye, because if you keep going that way with them, that's what you're saying. Bairns can't take it. Because see, some of your coaches when I was younger at boys' club used to scream, absolutely scream at you, and if you couldn't take it, you had, like, there was a few boys I ken in the teams I played with, they couldn't take it, and they were cowering in the corner, near enough greeting, basically. You know what I mean? But if you couldn't take it back then, you may as well sloped, eh? But
definitely. Who would you say stood out to you coming through the ranks as a young footballer? Then before you went into the management, was there any the people that you thought really supported you and helped you, like, you know, maybe moved you to a club, or you know, it just kind of encouraged you to keep going? Was there anybody that stuck out?
Well, when I was younger, it was my dad taking us to all my teams I went to. And I started off in Tranent. It was a team, Lothian United.
Mm-hmm.
They were started off with David McIntosh, and that started it. They folded, and then I ended up going to Tynecastle. There was 2 or 3 boys for that Lothian team went to Tynecastle, and was through there, and then I went to Tynecastle, to Tranent, then up to Hutchie, and right through. It was my dad that just taken us to all the games. Eh? We had decent coaches there, good touchy team. It was my dad taking us right through, right all the way through. Eh?
That's brilliant, mate. So it's good that you've had that person there. Do you think that what I'm doing could maybe help for people that don't have that person at all? You know, in regards to getting at the football and that.
Aye, it would be perfect for folk that have got things like that, because when I had my dad taking me everywhere. It was all Scotland, kind of Scottish Cup games. My dad taking us everywhere, and if I was playing, if coaches tell us if we got beaten, coaches tell us what was wrong. If you'd get back in the car and it wouldn't stop, your dad would tell you there and then.
Oh, mate, I know, 100%, all the time, eh?
That would be perfect for if folk that haven't got that team finder boys that this boys want to speak to you, coaching, can get another coach like that, talk you through it, that would be perfect for boys that haven't got that. You know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. That's. I'm just trying to kind of become the middleman here, eh? I'm not I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm just, you know, I've, you know, when I was growing up, I had my dad take me all the football and that, and he's passed away now. But you know, it's like, see coming up through the levels, having that person there who had the contacts to, you know, take me to the football and that. It really made a difference because, see, I was lucky I had people to help me when he wasn't there. But see if I didn't have that from a young age, like, that's what I thought about. Imagine that had happened to me younger and I didn't have that person as well. You know, how would I get to the football? Who would take me to this club? Who would talk to me? And I think that just trying to pay back a wee bit to the people at the clubs, because they're all working hard and there's players out there for them. It's just, you know, a lot of time it's they can't get there, or they maybe don't have the contacts to say that. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is just be sort of like just the person that can actually get you to the football, you know. Or see, you're the manager of the amateur team. It's trying to help that. So, do you have any regrets with the football at all, or you pretty happy with how it's went down?
Just the way I stopped years ago, eh? And then it was all right when I came back playing. It was too late for me, Ken. I was 29 when I started back playing football.
That's only 8 years away for me.
Aye, okay, but you keep playing and playing, eh? But I had stopped for when I was 20, 24 or something, 23, 24. I stopped. And then the amateurs started back up, and then that's when I came back into playing. It's when amateurs started back up. When I was 28, 29, I think it was, and then I was playing with amateurs, and then because I'd done my knee, I was out the game for 4 years with that, and I came back playing, and then I went back to amateurs just to see how my fitness and that was getting back, and I got back into it and started enjoying it again, eh? And then I ended up playing with Tranent Juniors, and I was doing it Selkirk, and then I was at Vale leaving with Yano, and then I went back to Tranent Juniors, and ended up back at the amateurs, eh? So
you've done all right.
Aye, it was too late for me to do anything, but that's how it goes. But the younger young's, some of them, they realise what they'll miss. And I miss it big time football. Eh? I couldn't go a Saturday without football. That's what I look forward to there. Go to training, and then a game on a Saturday. Then I'm lucky enough. I've got the wee man. I've got his football as well. Can go to his football. Enjoy go to that, but
it's not the same as playing, eh?
Nah, you need to play. And I'm all right now. On a Friday nights, I've got over 35 stay. It gives me an option of playing football too. So it's
who's it you're playing for there then?
SG, Scottish Government.
All right,
It's a boy for Tranent. He's got a team. There's a decent team like there's me, Darren Smith, Yano, Gareth Gray, me that plays, Kev Gordon. Decent players. Have all played high standard, so decent league too.
So I take it you won't be using Team Finder to get yourself a new team anytime soon. Then you're quite happy doing what you're doing.
I'm all right over 35. My legs are a bit gone for anything else now.
No bother, mate. So quite happy with what you've said today. Anyway, I think that you've certainly showed us kind of an insight into more of the amateur game for any of the younger guys that are listening. It's just trying to get them to actually come and help out the teams like you, who, you know, you've been going a few years now, and not saying you're struggling, but you could do with an extra 2 or 3 players by the sounds of it. And I think they just need to maybe, you know, just reach out and just give you a message or myself and try and get them along when we're back. Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of yourself or Tranent, just in regards to the podcast at all? Or are you quite happy with how things have went?
Nah, I'm all right with that. It's just we're looking for players. I've been talking to a few boys about coming along, but you can.
Until you see them, you didn't count on them.
You reckon when the season's finished, they've got to start, eh? So you reckon what you can get put in place now, you know what I mean? You try to get boys in to play for your next season, but you reckon when next season's got to be, you know what I mean? So
are they still tied up or no?
Just talk to them, you reckon you can just go and talk to them now, see what's happening, if they're interested, but you can't put nothing in place, eh?
Aye, fair enough, mate. So, just if anybody is maybe looking for a new Saturday team in the Leifa region, that you guys are quite keen to have a look at anyone that's maybe want to challenge themselves, I would say, because it's a good standard in that Premier.
Aye, if boys are want to come along, because geez are shouting, we'll get them along. Nothing wrong with having a look at them, or if they want to play, Ken. Can always have a look at them, yeah.
Definitely. Thanks very much for that, Bryd. I'll see you later on. Take care of yourself.
No bother. Right, cheers for that.